Why do I look so dark on your computer? Is that the way I look everywhere? What do you mean maybe? I need to know. I need to know. Hello everybody. Um I'm never really late for my podcast. Today I am late because I was having a panic attack before this, so it took me a while to do my makeup and get up, and I was really close to canceling, but then my pill kicked in thankfully, and I took a 20-minute power nap, and it was like the best thing ever. And yeah, so here I am. We're fixing the cameras because I don't like the colors on the screen right now. Definitely not my thing. I don't even know where to go on YouTube for my podcast. Like, yeah. Okay, here I am. I found myself. Okay. Don't like colors on the screen right now. They look yeah, they look exactly the same like over there. Ah, okay. Turn turn this one to white. Turn that light to white. Okay, because it looks better. Just turn this pink light into white, please. Turn this one to white. Uh-huh. Hold up. It's gonna change right now. Okay. Hello, everybody that's watching me right now. We have like 3 people. So today we're gonna talk about what's today's topic? Okay, building a support network. I'm so sorry, you guys. Mondays are like the busiest days for me, and yeah, thankfully I have a boyfriend that helps me with everything. If I could get some water, that would be very helpful. Thank you, baby. All right, so let's get started with building a support network. So here we're going to be talking about how to get rid of toxic people in your life, and I have quite a bit of experience with that since my circle went from having like 50 people being my friends and then to now just really just having 7 more or less. But anyway, I guess we will start by oh, thank you. Mm. Okay. Okay, so support networks. It is very important to have a support network if either you have uh, mental disorders or not. Either one of those two. It's oh, I'm getting a like a table. Oh, this is nice. Okay. Well, this is nice. Okay, thank you. Um, it's very important for you to have a support network. Why? If you don't have a support network, you will stay stuck where you are. If you don't change the people that you hang out with, and you hang out with a bunch of negativity, and you don't change this group of friends that you have, you will stay stuck at the same place. Um, Context. I've gotten sick twice in my life, to the point that I can't walk. I have to go to hospitals, so on, due to my eating disorders. So obviously, there's a saying that goes, you see who your real friends are either when you're sick, you're in jail, or you're financially not doing well. Something like that. And that's very, very true in my case. So I used to have, like, I'm not gonna say I used to have tons of friends. Maybe in high school when I got when I got sick the first time, I did have plenty of friends. But from all those friends that I had in high school and stuff, I only had 3 friends that ever came to my house and actually asked how I was and took care of me and showered me, and it's ironic how they were guys, and all my girlfriends, a group of 10 girls that I had as friends, none of them ever went to see me. None of them ever really said, "Hey Des, how are you doing? We're going over." Yeah, so it was a very humble experience that that it doesn't matter how much they are your friends. When things get really tough, people tend to disappear. And these are the moments that, instead of looking at these moments as something negative, and instead of crying over this and stuff, um, really you should look at this as a blessing, because you get to see who is really there, why why certain people left, and it really is a good way for you to see who your true friends are, and you use this moment to build your support network. Now, before building your support network, you need to know what you want in life. For example, me, I've always been very ambitious, always, always, always. Sadly, growing up, I wasn't really near people that were ambitious. So when I met Yannick, my boyfriend, I realized he's as ambitious as I am. And it's quite amazing because we're happy, we're grateful for where we are. We love our apartment and stuff. But we don't want to stay stuck here. I always tell him I want the penthouse across the street. I want to right now I told him I want to buy a mansion that's like, I don't know how many, it's $2.1 million, which is basically cheap compared to the size of the mansion, which was like regular price was like $41.1 million, and now it's like super cheap. And I was telling him like, hey, it has 50 rooms, it has a pool, it has this and this and that, and I was already planning in my head what I want to do with that mansion. And Yannick was like, huh? But that's the thing, like, we like to dream, and I don't want to stay stuck here my whole entire life. I don't want to live in the same place my whole entire life. I love moving around, and it's important for you to build a support network that sees the world exactly like you see it, that or very similar. That's people that are ambitious as you, people that bring good energy, positive thoughts. Um, People that don't want to be at parties every single night and wasting their money and stuff like that's the people that you want to, maybe you can have them as friends. I'm not saying that's bad, but maybe not have them in your support network, because they won't know anything when it comes to building a brighter future, being ambitious, doing other things. um to grow. So maybe like stay away from people that are still thinking they're in high school and still living as if they were in high school, and not really, getting like, hey, I'm an adult now, I should be doing this, I should be that. Of course it's good, and it's nice to have friends that are very, very that like to go to parties, that are the life of the party. It's nice to have them around, because when you want to get distracted, they're good. They're very nice, but don't let yourself get dragged into that environment. See, for me, I used to be a party person when I was a teen. Obviously, as soon as depression hit and all the sexual abuse I went through, I no longer wanted. Oh, thank you. I no longer wanted that life. I felt like I had lived through a lot of things that a lot of teenagers had lived through, and I just didn't want that life. And and obviously, I stayed away from it. I had friends that were out there, but I stayed away from it, and I lost track of what was I gonna say from this story. This is what sucks about not having Yannick here, because now I lost track to what this story was gonna lead up to. Oh, okay. So we have Steve. Hello, Steve, and we have Begonia. Hi, I'm a little late, but finally made it. Hello, hello, hello. It's okay. Anyway, oh, I forgot to share this on my Facebook wall. Maybe I should share it, like, hold on, give me a second, you guys. I'm gonna share it because copy link. I'm gonna share it really fast on my Facebook wall. It's just that I was like such in a rush. And then we'll get back at it again. I shared it on my Instagram. Okay. Okay, I shared it, you guys. So, yeah, for me, it's been quite a journey to get rid of these toxic people and people that are not good for my support network. And I still have people calling me like boring. I don't go out. I don't party. I don't drink. Um, and it really is because I have different priorities. I mean, if I was out partying, I wouldn't be able to shop as much as I shop right now. And for me, I rather be shopping and getting new clothes than being drunk at like a side of a sidewalk and waking up drunk there. And for me, that's like, calories. Should I buy something that has a lot of calories, like beer, or should I buy a new purse? And it's just like, the purse is not going to give me that amount of calories, and I won't black out from the purse, and I'll keep the purse, and it will look pretty, and I will look pretty with the purse. So I have different priorities, and this is how you build your support network, depending on what you want in your life, and what energy you want in your life. And it's very important because if you don't change the people you're around with, they will suck you into their negativity. You will get stuck there. And it's going to be really hard because every time you're going to want to grow as a person, you won't know how to do it because the people around you don't know how to do it. And one of the main ways to change your life for the better is to change the people you're around with. Now, how to get people that think like you, how to get the support network that you want. You have to open up. You have to be vulnerable. You have to stop acting tough. For me, uh, it was a bit of a challenge because, well, obviously, I kept a lot of things a secret when I was growing up. And why can't I see the comments from my podcast? Live chat? Okay, I can't see it. If you want to help me there. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, for me it was a challenge because I have always acted tough. I always kept everything a secret. I always dealt with everything, depression and everything on my own. Obviously, I was a depressed teen. Everybody, like my parents, my family knew about it, but I never really opened up why I was depressed. A lot of people thought I was depressed because I was ungrateful and so on and so on. So for me, it was in relationships where I will act tough and I would just treat people badly and people. I would break people's hearts. And in middle school, it was me getting into school fights and really just acting tough and being like, I don't want anybody to find out what I went through. I just don't care. I'm going to keep everything a secret. When I finally decided to open up, obviously, yes, it did backfire because I do have a family that's very conservative, so they like to keep everything at home. Um, Obviously, a lot of thoughts were all like, is she saying the truth or does she just want attention? Um, so I decided, and this is a tough decision to make. Um, and it is something that I learned that just because people are are family, it doesn't mean that you can trust them. It doesn't mean that they're your only support network and the only people you can open up to. Um, so uh, what I did was I reached out to friends. I reached out to a couple of friends and yeah, I'm not going to say that every single one of my friends stayed. Of course not. I probably had through my anxiety relapse, I probably had four people that three to four, five people that I could literally call and be like, hey, I'm having a tough time. And what one strategy that I found is that I had to be away from home. uh, the home back then was a place with a lot of traumas, with a lot of bad memories, a lot of negative energy, and I couldn't be there. So I asked one of my really good friends. It turns out that he's actually family, but like far away, family from far away, um and he opened up his home to me and he let me stay there, and he lived close to the beach, so I would go down to the beach and walk, and it would just be quite amazing because I was able to get out of the world that I had put myself into. and these are the type of things you have to watch out for. Not everybody that you ask for help will want to help you. Of course not. I had a lot of people that I wish would have stayed and that made my days better, but they couldn't take it. And sometimes it isn't because they're bad people. It just means that they don't have what it takes to help you. And sometimes they just don't care. So it could be either both. Um, and you have to, it's a tough pill to swallow, but you have to accept that not everybody's going to want to help you. And this is why you go out there, you put yourself out there. You have to be vulnerable and put yourself in very vulnerable situations, and you really have to talk and speak about what's going on. And whoever stays, you know damn well that those are true friends. And you know damn well that you could go through anything and they will be there. Till this day, I am so grateful for the people that helped me, for the people that opened their homes to me, for the people that were rooting for me, even though I was completely lost. And they never asked questions. They opened their homes to me, and they never criticized me. They never gave their opinion. They just really let me find myself. They really just let me grow, and it was quite amazing to have people like that, to really have people that didn't judge me, and it was nice. And that's why I needed to get away from home. That's why I needed to find um a place uh that I could just be at peace and just think and figure out what I was gonna do. And this is how you find these people. Also asking for help. Oh my goodness, asking for help has always been a huge no. Always. It's always been a huge no in my family. I was born, and I was raised and taught that no one should know your problems. Everything should be, you should fix it on your own, and you should not ask for help. And till this day, I still have my brother calling me up and being like, I have to do this, I have to do that, but I don't want to ask for help because you know me, I don't ask for help and stuff. And I'm just like, ask for help. You save up so much time and effort if you just really ask for help. As soon as I stopped listening to everyone around me and saying like, keep this to yourself, don't tell anybody what's going on and stuff, and I opened myself up, I life changed so drastically. I saw the people that were my true friends. I saw people that really I was like the world to them. And I was like, okay, I separated those people. And I was like, these are the people I want to be around with. These are the people that deserve my time, deserve my efforts. These are the people that I need in my life. Until this day, maybe I'm far away from home, but I still value and appreciate and check up on those people that really were there for me, because those are friends that you will have for a lifetime. And it's incredible. And so yeah, asking for help. I mean, I got help from friends that weren't even that close to me. I got help from people that never in a million years did I think I would get help from them. Uh, the people that probably weren't close to me in the moments where I was happy, and the people that were close to me in the moments where I were happy, were all of them just ditched. All of them were like, you know what, we can't deal with this. We can't deal with you. I have to leave. All of them just ran away. And the people that I really didn't expect anything from were the people like, okay, we're here with you, and maybe we don't understand what's going on, but we're here with you, and we won't ever leave you alone. And for me, that was magical. So yeah, obviously asking for help is good, and always keep in mind, and this is something that I'm going to say throughout the whole podcast, always keep in mind that not everybody's going to want to help you, and that's okay. And the people that you are going to want help from, probably most of the time, they're not going to help you, and that's okay. That does not mean that you don't have anybody in the world. They're literally, you can meet a stranger at the store tomorrow and start talking, and that stranger will understand you more than anybody that you've known for the past 10 years ever will. I met Yannick, and the first time, I always say this in Yannick's podcast. um, I met Yannick, and we met the first time I met him, we went on a date. I got on the Cadillac. He picked me up at this plaza, and I got on his Cadillac. And the first thing I told him, I didn't even say hello. I didn't even say hi. Nice to meet you. I looked at him and I'm like, I'm having a panic attack. And Yannick understood everything that was going through my head, how I was feeling, exactly what he needed to do in just few seconds of knowing me in person. He did everything perfect. And people that I had known for years had never been able to do that. People that I had known for decades, even family members, never knew how to learn how to do what Yannick did that first day. He got me up. It took around 2 hours for me to feel better, but he got me up and we went on our date. We went back this really beautiful place back home, and we went on our date and we went to the movie theaters and we had so much fun. And never believe that just because you know someone for a long time that they will understand you better. That's not always the case, and you should be open to new friends, to getting to know new people, because if you just, like I say, stay stuck with the same people over and over again, you're going to be stuck in life. And it's very important for you to open up, ask for help, grow as a person, really talk about what you feel and how you feel and what kind of friends you want, and you will see slowly but surely people will start leaving. They will start making excuses. They will stop texting you. They will stop calling you. And that's good, because that's how you know who is worth having in your life and who isn't. Also, another way is to educate yourself about what you have, what you're going through, what you want, and educate your loved ones. For years, I tried to educate my family, and it was really, really hard because for once, I didn't know what I had. And so when I got sick the second time, I just got tired. It came to a point that I just got tired of being told selfish. I got tired of trying to make them understand what I was going through. So what I did is I just found help outside of them. And I always told myself, instead of using this energy trying to make them understand what was going through my head, I could use this energy to get better. And that's exactly what I did. I became the most selfish person in the world, and I only thought about myself. And I am happy. I'm happy I did that. Why? Because that's the only thing that really got me into, you need to fucking fix yourself. And instead of worrying about everything else, you need your whole attention and energy towards yourself and loving yourself. And that's exactly what I did. I only cared about myself, and being selfish in those times is one of the best things you can do, because I was worrying about everything at that time. Everything. I was worrying about my sister going to parties, my sister's living in a whole nother state alone. I was worried about every single detail. I would go to sleep, and I would literally, this is when I was a bit more religious, but I would literally pray, and my prayers would be like 30 minutes long, because I would pray about every single detail from everybody's life. And it came to a point that I was just all like, it went to a 30-minute to literally 30 seconds, and I just prayed for myself. And it was because I realized half of these people I'm praying for don't even care about me. And I was just like, I'm just wasting 30 minutes of sleep, or I'm just wasting 30 minutes where I could be doing something else, instead of being here and thinking about people that really don't care about me. So um, that's also a big one, because not everybody that you're gonna want to educate is gonna want to be educated. And like I say, get out of that group. Get out of get that idea that only your friends can help you, only your family can help you, because that's not true. Strangers can help you, and sometimes strangers can help you more. Yannick and I have been dating more than a year now, and he sometimes understands me more than I understand myself, honestly. Way more. Uh, I cannot read that. All right. And you have to explain your context. you have to really, really go into detail about everything that's going on around you. With Yannick, I had to tell him with details why I don't wear the color yellow, why I don't like monkeys, why I wasn't able to sit at a table and eat. Um and these little things, why certain smells triggered things, why certain places trigger things. Like I had to really go into detail about everything that had caused me traumas, because in order for someone to help you, they need to know details, and it could be really, really cold, hard details, but you really need to open yourself up and really believe that the people that you are telling this to, most of them will want to stay, regardless of how dark it is, regardless of how bad it is, and just traumatizing it is. Whoever wants to stay will stay, regardless of how bad things get. And that is always very important, to explain your context and really give details, and not to feel bad. I have a lot of people that till this day, they don't like completely let go, and they're completely not honest with with their life. There's this one example. I'm not going to say the name of the person, but there is this one person that um I've known for for a couple of years, and this person goes to different religions, and but never really is honest to someone completely, as far as I know, about really their past and what things they believe in. And I feel like if you are not honest with everything, you will never truly be, you will never truly heal, because you can't just, skip stories or skip certain things that are very important just to make yourself look good, or just because um, you don't want people to think you were a bad person, or just because you don't want to admit that you did some bad things. And Yannick knows a lot of things about me, things that he could even probably put me in jail for at some point. But um it, yeah, there's one thing that I still am traumatized about. Yeah, he's like, "What?" But he the thing is, we have to be very vulnerable, and we really need to understand that there will be good people, and not everybody's gonna want something in return if they help us. And Yannick is a good example of that. That he does not expect anything in return from me. Nothing, 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 nothing. And he still gives me absolutely everything. And there are people like that. I grew up taught that that didn't exist, but as soon as I changed my mindset, I'm like, I'm gonna find someone, I'm gonna find people that are not gonna want anything in return. And that's exactly what I found as soon as I changed my mindset. um so yeah, anyway, educate yourselves, educate your loved ones. And if they don't want to be educated, move on. Do not spend your energy or time with people that don't want to understand. And it sucks sometimes, because these people are tend to be the closest to you. And I say it because I've lived through it twice. And it sucks because they don't know that they have the power to make you feel better. They have the power to really get you out of these dark places, but they choose not to. And then you have to find a stranger, and that's okay. Strangers, like I say, sometimes strangers understand you more than anybody, uh any person you've known for years would ever understand you. Thankfully now, my family understands what's going on, and my family is like, okay, we understand, we're ready to get educated. And that's okay. Now they're ready to get educated, and they learn about what's going on in my head and why it happens. And like I say, I have a little family member that she's also going through this, and she's going through a lot of similar things that I did at her age. And thankfully this time, Maybe I wasn't understood when it was my time, but due to me, my family's able to understand her and what she's going through now, and to know that she's not alone. And I'm glad that my pain was able to work for something, was able to bring something good, and that's understanding her now and what she's going through. And we were both physically abused by the same person, and due to that, that was like the base, and both of us grew like I tried to think of it as roots, and both of us our roots are very similar. Some roots are eating disorders, some roots are depression, some roots are this and that. And um and thanks to me, and thanks to my family wanting to get educated now, they're able to understand her, and they're more gentle with her. They're a bit more kind, a bit more patient, and I'm thankful that maybe with me they weren't, but now with her they are. And that's all I've ever wanted, to turn this whole entire fucking amount of pain and darkness and shit that I have in my head, and I wanted to turn it into something positive. And for me, that's, that gets me up in the morning sometimes, and knowing that I'm able to help her. um I have this pain in my stomach because I have, like, I don't know what I ate that's making me this pain in my stomach, like right here. It's right here. So I might just end this podcast a little bit earlier because it hurts every single time I talk. Oh. Oh, you're making cookies? Can you bring me a Yakult? Maybe a Yakult will help. I don't know. This part is hurting so much right now. So much. All right, we're gonna move on to the next one. Finding new people. You can literally find people anywhere. You can find people at grocery stores, at school. Talk to that one person that no one talks to. Maybe it turns out that they're quite interesting. Um, um, you can find good people in places where you think you won't find good people. Yannick and I found each other on Tinder, in case no people didn't know that. Let me take a drink of this. Yeah, we found each other on Tinder. Everybody told me don't trust people on Tinder. They're just there for sex. They're just there to have fun. Blah blah blah. Don't fall for someone on Tinder. When I met Yannick, I was like, okay, it's just very cash and stuff. But I found one of the greatest human beings there, which is him. And you can literally find people anywhere. You can find people at the bar, you can find people in a restaurant, you can find people at school, um, anywhere. As long as you open yourself up to the possibility of finding someone amazing in those places, you will find someone amazing. And so for me, it was quite amazing to have found him. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of opening yourself up. This is how you'll get to know people. If you don't open yourself up, then you won't really find anybody. And it's starting to hurt even more. Oh, oh. Yeah, it's starting to really hurt more. I don't know if it's because I skipped a meal. Probably. I don't know. I didn't, but it really hurts. Like, it really really hurts when I talk. I think I'm going to have to end the podcast like really really soon because it's really hurting a lot. Like, all of this feels like knives stabbing me. This is such a good topic, you guys. I was planning on going for like an hour or so, but it literally hurts every single time I talk. Like, this right here really, really hurts, and I had no idea what to do. I just got over a panic attack, and now I have this. Really? Oh no, it really, really hurts. I can't even move now. It's getting like the pain is increasing. Oh, yeah, it's really hurting. Mm, what is the next one? I can't read it. Sorry, Yannick literally has notes here and a whiteboard. Oh, patience. Have patience. The people you meet, you won't meet these people from um, most of them. It won't happen overnight. You really need to have patience with meeting these people, and you really need to stay positive because what is that saying? Rome wasn't built in one day. Yeah. And you really need to be patient and know that good things take time. And yeah, I'm gonna have to end this podcast because it's really hurting. I can't even concentrate now. And what does the last one say? Heal. Yeah. Oh, I already touched that. And trust. Trust yourself and trust others. I'm gonna end with that one, you guys, because it's really hurting me. Oh, I feel so bad. I was super excited for this. Oh my goodness, but I'm going through a lot of pain right now. Okay, so before we go, you need to trust yourself and trust others. This is a big deal for me because I didn't used to trust a lot of people. I was very always like kept things to myself, and I never really trusted things. I always thought that everybody was the same people as the people I grew up with, and I wasn't able gonna be able be ever be able to trust anybody. But as soon as you open yourself to finding people, to changing your mindset and to trusting people, you will find these good people. You will attract these good people. I believe a lot in the law of attraction, and whatever you think you will get. And it sounds really hippie, but it really helped me transform my life in a year. Like I wouldn't be here if I wouldn't have changed my mindset. I'd probably still be in my little room back home living with my parents, which there's nothing wrong with living with your parents, but I would still not be knowing what to do with my life. So it's very important for you to change your mindset and be more positive because this is how things change. If you don't change your mindset, you're going to be stuck there. Um, so really, 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 really start trusting people and be very smart with it because I know you also have to be really smart and pay attention to the details of who you're trusting because there are a lot of backstabbers back there, and it's but slowly and with patience you will see who is worth trusting and who is not worth trusting. I have a lot of I mean I know a few friends that I know that I wouldn't tell certain things to. They are my friends and everything, but I would not trust them in certain things like I trust Yannick. Um or the team, and so it's very like you can have friends like that, but just just put them in groups. I like to put the few friends that I have, because I don't have a lot of friends, but the few friends that I have, I like to put them in groups. People I can trust, people I can grow with, people that will be here for me when things get tough again. And then I have like my little circle, the other group of friends, where I'm just like, these people I can't count on. They will leave when things get tough. These people, I will only see them, when I'm feeling like going to a party, when I'm feeling like I need that adrenaline, because they're not here when things get tough. They're not here when when um when serious things are happening. So I keep that little circle there, and those are the people that I know that hey, something happens, I can't call them. I have my other group of friends over here that I do can and trust, and that's okay. You can have different types of groups of friends for anything you might need. But it's important to identify them. Okay, yes, the pain is going down. I'm feeling so much better. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm feeling so much better. Um, it's important to really group these people so you won't be let down. Okay, we have a comment. It says, "I'm starting to trust again. I have some sleep sometimes, but I think I'm ready to let people in again. And with the new tools I have, I'm learning deeper about who I am and what works for me." Yes, no, I dropped the microphone. This is hilarious. This happened during the podcast. That was hilarious. Oh my goodness. Okay, so my stomach is starting to feel better. I think the Yakult really is kicking in. And yes, it's very important for you to trust people and let people in, because if you don't, you will stay stuck with that negative energy. You will stay stuck there, and the best way you can grow is by letting people in and really trusting people and really changing your support network. I have an amazing support network. My support network is literally my boyfriend, his team, which is David and Nata, and his mom and Itzel and Alvaro too, because I also talked to Alvaro about a lot of things. And Steve, yes, and Steve. So I basically Yannick's entire team I can count, and and it's really nice because they understand me. They understand what I'm going through. They understand when I'm feeling bad. They they really are very kind people. And if I wouldn't have changed my mindset, I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't be here. I would not be here. So yeah, it's very important for you to trust, and most of all, trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust your instincts. A lot of people didn't want me to come to live alone in Mexico City. A lot of people told me, "Are you really gonna be, using public transportation? Are you really gonna be doing this, that?" And I told myself, I'm like, I'm going to go to Mexico City, but I'm going to have a good life. I am going to make money. I am going to, you know, I don't know what to expect, but I'm looking and seeking for the life that I want. And what did I get? I got a boyfriend with a Cadillac Escalade that literally drives me everywhere, and I'd never used in I have never used public transportation since I came to live here a little bit over a year ago. And I live in a very safe and very, like, really pretty place that not a lot of people can afford living in, and it's amazing. And if I wouldn't have trusted in myself and I would have listened to the people around me that didn't trust me, I would still be stuck. But since I was like, you know what, Desi, you got this, like, you can do this. um Also, you gotta respect yourself. This is big because in order for you to grow, you need to respect yourself. You need to know who's wasting your time, and you need to know that you should not waste your time. You need to value yourself and be like, okay, do I really need this person in my life? Is this person bringing me money? Is this person bringing me peace? Is this person bringing me the most important part, happiness? And if the answers are no, then what are they doing in your life? So you really need to value your life, value your space, and really just, I like to see myself as a princess. And this is going to sound like the most childish, conceited thing ever, but I don't like wasting my time with people. I really don't. Yannick and I have an open relationship. And before I got blocked, I had a Tinder. And I would literally just not tolerate people. Like, there would be these guys from my age, like, wanting sex and parties, and I was just all like, really? And it was just like all they talked about was drugs and alcohol, and I was just like, are they bringing happiness to my life? No. Are they gonna make money with me? No. So I'm just like, no, waste of time. And it's very good for you to be selective, because there's going to be a shitload of people that are going to waste your time, and you really, time is the most valuable thing we have. And yes, we have lots of it, and everybody should always take their time. Everybody grows at their time and at their own pace, and that's okay. But value yourself. Really value yourself and respect yourself, because once you respect yourself, other people will respect you. I no longer tolerate people that no longer respect me. Like, I really don't. And that was a big step for me. Um so yeah, also growth and being and strength. What are those supposed to mean in one context? Oh, trust your growth and your strength. So know that you're going to grow. Know that you are strong. For many years, I was told that I was going to that I was a coward. Years and years, I was told I was a coward, that I wasn't strong. Um, but like I said, over a year ago, I literally got this, like, little small box. I packed what fit in there of my clothes and necessities, and I came to a place where I didn't have family. 6 hours away from home, and I was like, this is a place that I'm gonna grow. And it was. And I trusted myself with panic attacks, with anxiety. I trusted myself and moving here, and I knew that I was going to grow. And if I didn't trust myself, no one would have, honestly. So I if I wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't be here. So really know that you need to trust yourself. You need to trust that you're going to grow. You need to trust that you are strong and that you could do things. And once you start doing this, you will start attracting people that trust that you're strong, that trusts that you're gonna grow, that trusts that will respect you. This is the people that you're going to attract, and that's very important because it all revolves around what you think, your mindset, and how you really you really show yourself out there, and how much you really respect yourself and your time. And it's quite nice because your life really changes completely. And I'm just 23, and don't get me wrong, I still want to go to school, and I still miss a bunch of things from high school, and I still like I'm wearing a Powerpuff Girl sweatshirt that I bought because I love Powerpuff Girls and stuff, and it's okay. It's perfectly okay. I mean, my whole setup for gaming is pink and girly and just full of fun, and I still have stuffed animals, and I have to sleep either hugging Yannick or hugging a stuffed animal. But it's okay to be like that sometimes. It's okay. But one thing that we need to learn, and we need to learn fast, is who are we dedicating our time with? And that is something that we need to grow on. I'm not saying grow up like change what you like and material wise, because you could literally wear anything, but when you respect yourself, you are growing as a person. And I always say that I like I like being a teenager. I've always said that because I that's that like I missed a lot of that. So I like being a teenager. I like taking pictures like a teenager and stuff, and because that's something I missed out on. But my mindset is not like I was as a teenager. It's me knowing that I deserve respect. I don't want anybody in my life that's wasting my time, and I'm not here for that drama shit that people used to bring when I was a teenager. Like, I like drama, I can see it from afar, but if you bring it into my life, bye. I do not have time for that. And I always tell myself, is it what I'm doing at this moment? Is it worth not giving a class right now and making money? So if I'm having drama with someone, you know, talking on someone on the phone and having this whole entire drama like I used to do in my teenage years, I'm like, with that 1 hour, I could have made, sometimes I'm even making up to 400 pesos an hour with a class. Could have made that amount. So that's how I measure how much I respect myself and my time. And it's good to think like that. Like, I could have made 400 pesos just with that call of this drama, whatever that's going on. So that's how I start valuing that's how I value my time. um Avoid playing victim. Oh, this one's good. This one's good. Comments? Um okay, so we have Begonia that's saying I'm still learning about myself and I just have to kick off a little bit my pride and respect. Yes. My rhythm. Actually, after yesterday's podcast, I could see why I stopped trusting myself, because when I was in my worst moments, I would look for people or family's approval of ideas to get out of the dark place. And people would put me down, saying things line it was pointless, or I had to accept my situation and surrender to like others do. So I was a little bit difficult to go on my own. Yes, yes, yes. I grew up like that too. I grew up saying that certain, like, for example, I wanted to be a fashion designer. And I had a lot of people put me down for that because they were like, that's not a real career. Like, why are you wasting your money? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? When I finally let go of that career, I became sick mentally and physically because I no longer saw the purpose of me working 12 hours a day if I wasn't doing what I love. And that's the thing. A lot of us a lot of us look for our family's approval, look for our friends' approval, and honestly we don't need anybody's approval ever. The only person we should be trying to make happy is ourselves, and that's the first step for you to really stop wasting time on people. And that's what I did. And like I said previously, I got out of that mindset by becoming the most selfish person ever. I stopped thinking about everybody else. And the only person I put before anything was myself. I only thought about myself, only in my feelings and how I would feel in that situation. And I was like, if I don't feel comfortable, I don't care who it is, I'm not going. And it took me a while. It took me a while to get there, but it happened. I can find people to support me and not put my power on the outside and trust my intuition or instinct. Yes, always trust your instinct. Always, 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 always. Of course, it's good to ask for help. And for example, recently I had a job offer for me that was from the US, but they were paying me very poorly, nowhere near as much as I'm making right now. And I had my instinct telling me, don't take this job. Don't take it. I went to the interview. They loved me. They begged me to be part of their team. They called me. They sent me a bunch of emails, but I was just like, nope, nope, nope. I don't like what I'm getting paid. I told them the amount that I was getting offered by another school. They told me no, but they still kept insisting. And I was like, nope, nope, nope. So the day came where the first person I asked for advice was, well, obviously Yannick, but also his mom. And Bere really helped me to be like, okay, why don't you want this job? Does it feel light? Does it feel heavy? And I just told her, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't know why. I'm always excited for new jobs, but I'm not excited for this one. I trusted my instinct and I declined this job. About a few days later, I got an offer from the school that I'm working now with exactly that amount that I wanted to be paid and an hourly rate. And I was like blown away. I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this is happening. I was the happiest person ever. But it's very good to trust your instinct and know that you are a wonderful human being. Like, it's incredible how, like, right now I sound like all positive and stuff, but like I get a panic attack and then I just like hate everybody and hate myself. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that. Um, but right now I'm okay. Right now I'm happy. Right now I'm myself. And you really need to know that you are a wonderful human being and you really need to believe that. And we have my sister Mare. Hi Mare. Um so yeah, really trust your instincts. That really helps a lot. And it will, in the long run, it will take you to really, really, really awesome places. Um um Also joining people that help you or will support you during whatever mental disorders we have. I found people that focus on making me grow. I joined groups on Facebook that were anxiety and depression groups, and where I could really, find people that understood what I was going through, understood the how hard it is. Until this day I see people posting like, "Oh my gosh, I finally showered today." And it's little things like that, because when you have anxiety, you have depression, either you shower too much like me or you can't shower. And there was this guy saying that he has showered after like 2 weeks of not showering. He had finally showered. And there's this other girl that posted, "Oh, I finally made my bed today. My whole house is a disaster, but I was able to make my bed." And find groups like that. Find strangers that understand what you're going through. Find groups that maybe something that you can't find on the outside world, but that's why the internet is so amazing, because you can connect to people all over the world that are going through things exactly and similar, and maybe even exactly what you're going through. And that's what I did. I joined these groups, and every time I had a new anxiety symptom, I would post like, "Hey guys, do you guys get heartburn? Do you guys get dizzy? Do you guys get lightheaded? Do you guys get like this and this and that?" And I would post it, and I would get a shitload of people be like, "Yes, I get that during panic attacks. Yes, I get that when I'm anxious." And that really made me feel at peace, because I was like, okay. And then I would have people like, "Hey, do you feel like you're gonna die?" And they're like, "Absolutely. I feel like that every single time I get a panic attack." So really, really go into virtual. Strangers on the internet might be nicer than the people outside. in people that you see in person. So really, really put yourself out there with every opportunity you get. Really put yourself out there, and it would go a long way. Trusting others and trusting yourself is the biggest step you need to take in order for you to get better and heal. And you really need to go out there. You really need to express your feelings, and whoever likes it and stays is an amazing human being, and you'll know you can count on them. And those who don't, even if it hurts a lot to see them go, but it's the best thing that would ever happen to you. And then we're gonna move on to the next thing, forgiving yourself. Now, oh my goodness, forgiving yourself. Till this day, it's hard for me to forgive myself for a lot of things I do. I replay a lot of things in my mind, a lot of scenarios, a lot of things that I wish I wouldn't have done. But forgiving myself and being like, okay, I need to get the fuck over this was the best thing I ever done. Because living in the past will bring nothing good to you. And even if other people don't forgive you, forgiving yourself, this is where it comes in, where I say you have to be selfish and conceited, forgiving yourself and only feel about your feelings. Who cares about everybody else? Because when you care about too much about other people, what is this? Cookies? You got me cookies? Oh my goodness. Okay. Uh-huh. When you care too much about what other people say, you will drag yourself down. The most important thing is you and what you feel. Everybody else comes second. Um, um, so really take the time to forgive yourself. Go to therapy. Find invest in personal development, and because that's the best thing you could do right now. Yes, I am working my ass off every single day, but I leave hours throughout the day where I invest in myself, where I read books about anxiety, where I talk to Yannick. I have these moments where I go into the room and I just tell Yannick that, hey, let's go in here and talk about our feelings for 20 minutes. And I do these little things. I meditate before classes. Um I go to the gym. I make sure I make time for the gym for myself. I make sure I cry if I need to. Like, my job and the money I make never comes before my peace of mind. Cuz I did that mistake once with my first job, that I put money before anything, before my happiness, before going to school and actually doing what I love. And what happened? I got sick. I got sick for a whole entire year, and I'm still recovering with anxiety and panic attacks. And that was not worth it. None of that money was able to save me, not even a month after I lost my job. And I was like, no. And now, if I get a job offer and it's way too many hours, I'm just like, I'm sorry. My mental health comes before anything. And it's really important for you to remember that. Um Mary's like, hi, haha. Yes, I used to take up to 3 or even 4 showers a day. 62 minutes, you go, girl. Oh my gosh, it's been more than an hour, and I was like, I'm not gonna do an hour because my stomach hurts. Thank you, Mare. Yeah, yeah. Anxiety. Either you don't take showers or you take a lot of showers. So for me, like Begonia, I would take like 3 or 4 showers a day. So it was crazy. Um, and also, people will contribute into your life, and that's how you build your support network, but you also need to contribute to your support network. Okay, Yannick and his team give me so much, and I know that they don't expect anything in return, but as a decent human being, you need to know that you also need to contribute some things. So I can't really tell you guys what I contribute to the team, because half the time I feel like I don't contribute anything. um Yannick is here staring me at like, what did you just say? But I know I contribute more than enough, because Yannick tends to say that a lot to me. Obviously, money wise, I like to contribute, and I also like to contribute with anything of that anybody needs. Even if it's just little things. Joining Yannick on podcasts. That's a big one. And really just being here as much as I can. So remember, people will contribute to your life, but you also need to contribute. something that you have to do, but it's something that a decent human being does. Uh, so also asking for help is a compliment. Express gratitude. Uh-huh. Yeah, letting people in is a gift. Letting people know that they're important enough for them to like be in that know that side of you is a gift. Some people won't see it, others will, but like I say, whoever sees it is a good friend, whoever doesn't, they're not worth having into your life, and you always have to express gratitude. Live with gratitude. I think Bere told me this, if I'm not mistaken, that I have to live with gratitude. See every single thing with gratitude, and then your life will change completely, and the way you see life will change completely. Today, let me see, let me find an example. I'm trying to find an example where I express gratitude, but literally I look at everything. Okay. Yannick spent the whole afternoon changing the whole entire setup of the whole of this side of the apartment. It looks amazing. Yes, I was annoyed with him because he was like, "Babe, can you do this? Babe, can you do that?" And I'm like, "I have class. I'm not in the best state." Um, but it turned out amazing. It turned out amazing. The space looks bigger. It looks like the couch is now that way. The couch was this way and was in this corner, and then everything just looks amazing. I wish I could show it on camera, but it looks we can. Okay, Yannick's gonna give you a quick tour of everything. So we have our Yannick set up there. I'm right here. Hello. Hi. We have my setup right there. Show my setup. That's my setup. That's my gaming setup. I love that. That's my computer gaming type thing. Um, and then over there we have the TV, and then we move the red sofa to that side. Yannick spent all day doing this, but it turned out amazing. And I'm so grateful that he did this because it really, really, really looks absolutely stunning, and it looks more spacious, and it's just amazing. And it's those little things, you know? I was annoyed with him a lot of times throughout this whole thing, but I was like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. It looks amazing. So yeah. Um Always express gratitude for little things, for little things. Always, always, always express gratitude, and your life will change completely. Um, be grateful for the good and bad experience and what they bring to you and what you learn from them. Some sometimes we don't need to do something to contribute to people. Sometimes just receiving them and letting them in. Obviously, there are many ways to show gratitude. Yes, there are many ways to show gratitude. And what's going on? Oh, okay. Yes, there are many ways of showing gratitude. Oh, yeah, I froze. Can they still hear me? Okay, there are many ways of showing gratitude. Obviously, you don't have to contribute something physically. Just letting them in, like Begonia says, is more than enough. And people would, with that, they become the happiest people ever. And um, that happened with my friends that helped me through a tough time over a little bit over a year ago. I couldn't contribute to them money wise because I wasn't working. I really couldn't contribute in anything. But I always hoped that just letting them in and knowing that I really trusted them and I consider them a safe space, I really hoped at that time that that was more than enough, and letting them know that they were incredible human beings, and they were so incredible that I chose them to be around with during that time. And sometimes you can contribute a lot, but like Begonia says, just letting them in and hoping that they understand that that's a big step um is really, really all you need. And always like I just said, express gratitude, express the fact that you are grateful for everything that they're doing, and just be kind to them. And with that, it's incredible. Honestly, it is. Okay. Yes, it did get frozen. Yannick came and he fixed it. But it did get frozen for a minute there. But yes. Anyways, I guess I'm gonna wrap up now because it's been more than an hour. And as much as I love sitting here talking about myself, I really want to eat these cookies that Yannick made me. That are sugar cookies. They look amazing, honestly. I want to make a cake. But yes, you guys, let go of these toxic people in our lives. They do not deserve our time or energy. And if you keep giving them energy or your time, you will stay stuck there. Really, really narrow down the list to the people that you can really count on when things get tough. Really dedicate your time to people that are worth it. I always tell myself and ask myself, are they bringing money into my life? Are they bringing happiness into my life? Which that one is the most important. Are they bringing peace into my life? And if they're not, what are they doing here? So it's very important. What's going on? I'm okay. Something's going on with my camera. Baby, I'm giving this like emotional speech and then like you just put the camera in black and it's just like what's going on? What happened? All right. I'm like saying my goodbye and it's so emotional and powerful and yeah. Okay. Anyway, get rid of these toxic people. If they're not bringing money, they're not bringing happiness, if they're not bringing peace, what the fuck are they doing? So, really, 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 really choose your friends. Create that group of people who you can really trust, and who is just there for fun, and separate those people so you are not you don't become disappointed when things get tough and people disappear. So really just make two groups of friends, who is there for you, who is growing with you, and then those type of friends that okay, maybe see them once a week, once a month, going to a party once a month, every 2 weeks, every other weekend, but they are party friends. They will not be here when things get rough, and that's okay. But really separate people into two groups so you do not become disappointed or feel let down when shit gets real and they're not there. It's always good to know who's going to be there and who's not. And always dedicate your time and energy to the ones that will be there and to the ones that do deserve your most all your attention. So yeah. Um, with that, the video is frozen. Thank you. Enjoy. Have a great night. The video blacked out, but we have you perfectly. Keep going. We are here. It had to be said, and you said it. Yes, thank you, Begonia. It had to be said, and that we really need to let go of these people. I cannot stress it enough. They will waste your time, and like I say, make two groups: people you can count on, people you can't count on, and these are your party friends, and these are the people that are gonna be here when shit gets real. And if I always say, if one of my friends, if from this group, from the people that are gonna be here when shit gets real, need me, and this person over here from my party friends needs me, I'm always going to choose the people that are here for me when shit gets real. And second place is the friend that's just a party friend. So always know who are your who what people um are your priorities, why, and really, guys, stop wasting your time with these people because they will put you down. A lot of the reasons why a lot of people don't grow is because they want to, I don't know how to, like, they want a fuerzas, that's in Spanish, like forcefully, they want those people in their lives. They want those people to grow with you, but sometimes the people that you want to grow with won't want to grow up, and you need to get the fuck up and leave because you will stay stuck there with them. So it's gonna hurt and you're gonna cry and you're gonna miss them, but a year later, a year two later, you're gonna be out here shining like a star, and it's gonna be worth it. So yeah. With that said, I will be leaving now. Can people see me? Yeah? All right. With that said, I'm going to be peacing out and go eat these wonderful cookies that Yannick made me. And I will see you guys next week. Do we know the topic? No, we don't. I might. This is a maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe next week it's going to be a different time. even a different day, because I do want to bring Itzel into the podcast. But I believe that she has singing classes at this moment, at this time during the week. And so I'm gonna might change the day and the time just for that podcast, because I do want to make a topic of how I deal with my anxiety, how we deal with our panic attacks, how we deal with depression, and how we went through it, and different strategies to deal with it, and really how to keep yourself, you know, um, how to really keep fighting. And to Itzel is a amazing amazing person, and she motivates me a lot, and she inspires me a lot, because she went through a lot. And I want to have her here in the podcast, so I might have to change for just for the next episode, the time, and maybe even the day, but I will let you guys know through my Facebook group and through Instagram and Facebook and my page and stuff, and whatever else I have, social medias. So yeah, uh I'm gonna let you guys know as soon as I figure out a day with Excel. It might not even be next podcast. It might be the podcast after that, but we don't know yet. So I will keep you guys updated. And thank you so much for everybody that stayed through this like whole entire hour and something. I'm super hungry, so I'm gonna peace out. Yannick promised me some sushi, and I'm saying this on a live podcast so he knows that he promised me some sushi, and we need to go get sushi. So, with that said, I'm going to go eat these cookies and my sushi that Yannick promised me after this podcast. So, yeah. And before I go, I'm going to read comments. Uh, yeah, I'm back. Thank you, kisses and hugs. And wow, it would be super interesting. Yes. Having Itel on the podcast would be super interesting, because she is like probably one of the main reasons I'm still fighting for this, because I just look at her and I'm like, I got this. So Itel is one of my biggest inspirations, and having her here will be such a good experience, and it would be awesome to have her here on the podcast. So uh and I want cookies and sushi. Yes, yes, cookies and sushi are always good for everything. So go, girl, go get yourself some cookies and sushi, because you deserve it. All right. So I will see you guys the next podcast. Keep you updated. And thank you so much for everybody that stayed. And I will see you guys.